So, welcome everyone for as I have started, I've taken a long gap in it. As but still, now I think I just pray I will be able to do what I have thought to do. Okay, so starting with the topic which I left, immunology part 2. This is and here a quick recap I will do, huh? And for the things which we have done. Okay, so starting with it, um, I started with again immunity, as you know, is the ability of the body to fight against diseases, isn't it? Now, in that was your what immunity. Okay, so one is your innate immunity, another is your acquired immunity. Now, when we say innate, or all of you remember, it is by birth. You know, it is by birth, and what we don't learn it. It is no, we don't need to learn, you know. And then secondly, it is very non-specific. So when a child is born, what happens with the child? When the child is born, you see that the child is now able to defend now diseases. How? Because of this innate immunity. We will talk about later uh, how the individual gets the innate immunity. A newborn baby, like through transplacental antibodies that gets passed from the mother to the baby while birth, and those antibodies remain in the baby's body for some period of time, and that helps the body baby to get protected. Okay, so there are various other how this, especially the question is arising, how innate immunity now defends your body. Okay, how it helps, how innate immunity helps to protect body, you know, helps to protect body. So the question is this. So you know there are different ways of doing it. So how it does, the ways that it does is your first is your what, it is your anatomy and physiology of your body. Anatomy and physiology of body. Okay, this is the first one. Then the second one that comes is your inflammation. I have talked a lot about in the previous video, and still I will revise all these pointers once again for you. And phagocytosis, I will also deal how the cells phagocytize and how are the different type of cells which are present in your body which acts as phagocytic cells. Then there are complement proteins, but I will talk in detail one of my videos about complement proteins also. And interferons, I've talked it in the previous video if you remember, but still if you need I will talk about it. Then there is one major important cells which is called as natural killer cells. They are a type of what? They are natural killer. They are a type of lymphocytes. Okay, so I'm adding to it lymphocytes. Okay, so these are the ways by which your body gets protected. Fine, clear? So first of all, I will in detail today talk about anatomy and physiology of your body, although I have talked about, but still in a different way I'm trying this time. So yeah, I have made a picture for you regarding your anatomy and physiology of your body. So if you look at your eye, it's highly exposed region of your body. You know, your eye, your mouth, direct contact with the environment you have. So these regions are having more contact with the pathogens. Okay, so we know that if you look at your anatomy, your skin, one of the major important part of your body is what? Intact skin. Very important, you know, to have an intact skin over your body. And another rather important anatomical part of your body is your what? Mucosal membrane. So we will see about that also. So what do we see? If there is an intact If your body has got this intact membrane over your body, entire body, if you have got an intact membrane, then pathogens cannot enter your skin, isn't it? But if you have cut, injury, wound, at these areas you find that microbes grow, especially in case of bones. You have to be very careful, and any kind of infection is there, any kind of injury is there, through that passage, it creates a passage for the germs to enter your body. And skin, if it is intact, it protects your body. Okay. And the second is mucosal membrane. From time to time we will see how mucosal membrane is protecting, isn't it? Though I have talked it earlier, but still I want to talk about it. Now if you look at tears, your entire eye has got what? Tears and mucus. What does tears they do? They basically, what they contain? Your tears, they contain an enzyme. What do we call them? We call them lysozyme. From where these lysozyme is being secreted? I hope if you look carefully at this word lysozyme, it comes from the word lysosomes. So lysosomes secretes lysozyme, and lysozyme, basically it has got uh, now it kills your what? Your bacterial wall. So it kills bacteria, and it is non-specific in nature. Already I have told you, it is not being learned anyway. So, and your mucus in your eye also, so many dust particles and all, they stick to it. Okay. So lysozyme, constantly your eye is flushed by lysozyme so that it kills these bacteria, isn't it? Now if you look at your nose, nose has got what? It has got, the entire hairs are there over your nose, and these hairs, what they do, the cilia, these hairs and mucus over it, it protects, what, from various kind of germs. When you inhale air, you get what? Lot of dust particles along with it, lot of bacteria, microbes along with it. What happens if you look at, suppose I start making, this is your basal lamina, this is a membrane, it has got, it rests on the basal lamina, if you remember. And now these cells, if you know, inside it are goblet cells also, and basically they have got cilia over them. Okay. And these now cells, they release what? They release your what? They release your mucus. Now suppose I make mucus with this, so it releases mucus over it, and whenever any particle like comes over it, like your dust particles and all, it sticks to it, and it is what? It is being rafted. It gets just moved out with the help of your cilia. Where? If it is in your nasal passage, suppose it is in your nasal patches, from there it comes to your throat, and you cough out, or you, through your nose, you sneeze out. These are the two ways of flushing your bacteria or microbes from your lungs also. Your lungs also, they have got the cilia and mucous lining, and they help in what? You cough and you bring those along with that mucus, you bring all those bacteria and dust particles to your throat, and now it's your choice whether you swallow it or you cough it out. And now what happens in your, during smokers also, what happens while they smoke, the people, those who smoke, their cilia gets killed, destroyed by that smoke. At night when there is no sleeping, they grow, and these people, if you ask, they get a cough during the morning here, and they cough it out. So it is a mechanism in the body which protects them, and therefore they don't get disease for a very long period of time, and if they stop, then they can be protected very well. Now if you look at saliva, I've talked about these regions, like mouth is quite exposed, and you can see it has got an entire mucosal membrane, and it has got what? Saliva. And also in your mouth there is, or entire gut, you can say, it has got one major important thing, that is what is your commensal bacteria. It has got what? It has got a bacteria in it which is called as commensal bacteria. What do we call it? We call it as commensalism, that is symbiotic. If you remember the term symbiotic bacteria, it is a type of symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic. See, in your body, lot of bacteria is there. If you look at more number of bacteria there in your body than the number of cells. Okay, so remember that symbiotic bacteria, they are called as commensal bacteria, and they are rather what? They are a kind of good bacteria, and they protect you from nasty microbes that enter your body. Okay, so they identify them, they are going to kick them out. Okay, so what happens that these bacteria don't allow those microbes to grow in your body. Okay, and when you have taken any antibiotic, like we tell people not to take antibiotics without getting going to a physician or a practitioner. Why? Because when you take any antibiotics, they kill these good bacteria in your body, and then what happens? That pathogen can invade your body. So these good bacteria, they need to be in your body, and they are very useful to your body, as you will read about in digestive system also. Now when the food enters in your stomach, now in your stomach it has got what? Acid. Hydrochloric acid is highly lowering the pH, and it has got mucus, as you know, and it has got digestive enzymes. Okay, so these enzymes basically, and mucus and acid, it protects you from microbes. And even if you remember, if something, like when you have eaten, when you eat, and if it doesn't smell good, you don't eat further. Why? Because that smell is being now detected by the receptors present in your nose. And even if you eat something which is not healthy, or healthy, or means what? Means it is having some kind of microbe in it, that is contaminated food, then at times you have also seen that you feel uneasy, and your body itself tries to throws it out, and we call it as what? We call it as reverse peristalsis. What do we call it? We call it as reverse peristalsis. Okay, we call it as reverse peristalsis, and body tries to get rid of. So just see the mechanism of the body, that by itself it tries to get it rid of. So it tries to flush it out. Okay, by vomiting and at that time we should not take any medicine to prevent vomiting. Okay, your body itself is trying to get rid of it. Okay, and there is also a commensal bacterium in your colon, and what happens in your colon, there is also a layer of mucus, as you know. Okay, so this mucus, what it does, and this commensal bacteria, it protects you. Like some pathogen, if it invades and you have what, diarrhea and all, you lose motions. Now what your body is trying to do, when something nasty is there, it's trying to throw it out, it's trying to flush it out of the colon. And at that time, just your body needs what? To be hydrated. See, your body always need to be hydrated, even to keep your mucus thin. If it don't keep your body hydrated, it gets thickened, and that's where the problem arises. Now if you have got a lot of body is hydrated, you are giving what? Minerals at that time to your body, then your body will automatically heal itself. Okay, and then the third area, then you can see this is your what, the your this is your uh, Eurogenital tract. If you remember, this also has got what? A mucosal lining, and which protects you, and you intact mucosal lining. And you see, this is your ureter. What is this? This is your ureter, which is bringing now fluid from your kidney, urine. Okay, and this is your what? This is your bladder. No, this ureter and bladder, if you don't see, why is it said that you should go for urination, frequent urination, you should drink lot of water? Because by this mechanism also your body tries to flush out microbes of your body. And if you hold your urine for a longer period of time, then you are allowing that bacteria to grow in your body. Okay, and sometimes in children. What happened that this sphincter muscle sometimes doesn't work well. Then what happens? This ureter, no, it pushes, the bladder is full and it pushes the fluid back to the ureter. And at that time, what happened? If it reaches kidney, then it can cause infection in the kidney. Okay, so these are the things which one, if automatically, if you want to keep your body well, then your innate immunity does it quite well. And just you need to keep your body hydrated, flush out the waste from your body. Okay, so this is the thing, and I have written an article on it also. If I will try to attach it with my video, or in my link I will attach that PDF if possible. I don't know how to do it, but I will try, and I will request my viewers to have look at it, because the heading is like physical and mental immunity. So I've talked about, I've related with your mental immunity also, because we mostly talk about physical, which is quite apparent to us, but not talk about the physical, a mental one, which basically most of us are suffering. Okay, I hope you would have liked my video, and I will try to work more on it, and the next video I will come with phagocytes, and just keep watching. Thank you.